feel like we had the perfect mix of sort of like senior pros of like your Dickos, Czechs, Linda, Jared. Was Flanners there that first year? Or was that the year after?
No, year after.
But and then it was like, and then a group of like washed up ex-Prem ACAD lads who just wanted to play. And it was like, oh my god, we're actually playing every week. We get a few fans down here. Our training's like pretty village, really, but like we're just having the best time doing it. It's like we're doing hands through the poles for 40 minutes, and we're beating Ealing on the weekend. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, mate. I remember once I think we got hammered on the weekend. We didn't lose many games that year, but we definitely lost one early on. And we'd come back to training on the Monday, and there was a big slip and slide that had been laid out, and it was running.
Pumped by Bristol.
Yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah, we got pumped by Bristol at home, and then they've laid out this massive slip and slide, and you've got Heinze in a pair of budgies and all the coaches down the side of the pitch, and then there's like water balloons, wet tennis balls, wet footballs, and I don't know what we were achieving through this, but we just had to run through this gauntlet of we just had to run through this gauntlet of water basically being lobbed at us from all directions, and we done it, and then we finished training, and that was it.
It was Ben, have you ever seen I'm a Celeb? Get me out of here.
Yeah.
You know, it's basically based on the cyclone at the end. You know, that challenge they do right at the end. So he called it the Bedford like hurricane or something. We'd lost 65, like 38 or something to Bristol. And we were like, oh, we're probably going to get abused here because our D was like, touch. Literally, as you said, we've turned out it's that buckets of Swiss balls. And he was like, right, get him forwards. You've got to do hands down the middle. And if you drop it, you start again. And boys were like drop kicking Swiss balls at each other, like sponging. It was one of the best training I've ever had.
Do you reckon he almost just wanted to erase your minds from the weekend, and this was the way to do it?
Well, we used to have that joke, didn't we, Edgy, about how big the carpet was at the end of the season. So, like, if we lost, we wouldn't really review it. So we'd be like, oh, push that under the carpet. So at the end of the
year, mate, what is so great about Bedford as a club, and I think something that everyone can stand by, is if you did lose, you left that at the door. Pretty much, it was. The game was over and you moved on straight away, and you had a beer with your mates afterwards and you cracked on to the next week, because obviously in the champ they come thick and fast. There's not much time off. But stuff like that is, obviously I wouldn't say it's professional, but it works in terms of parking it and being able to crack on. But yeah, the carpet was pretty big by the end of the year.
But when you say that, like it wasn't necessarily professional, I think trying to, as you said, park it and move on is the sense of professionalism. Because if you keep that, you know, compounding throughout the training sessions, throughout the week, throughout the months, then you never really get over it and get on to the next thing.
Yeah. And